Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to yet another iRacing video. This time we are once again back with another iRacing video, and this time around it's going to be a race over in the Wilver Racing Touring Car Series, and this time a smaller grid here as well. On Phillip Island. Now I get that Phillip Island doesn't really ring a bell to most people here, as it's not a very big track compared to the ones we usually race. It's in Australia, and it's one that I for sure had never heard of up until that day. It's on a small island here south of Melbourne, and well, it's a very interesting track to say the least here. It's a smaller one, and I think it will make for some good racing. Looking at the layout here, it kind of reminds me of, you know, those kind of wildly flowing tracks you have in the UK, for example, and more like Italy, I guess. And it's going to be an interesting one, I think, for sure. We've changed up the layout here a little bit as well, starting it off with the race as we normally do, and then it's going to be a little bit of extra content into that as well. We're going to look at a hot lap, and we're going to look at the highlights of the race overall. I think that's a great way of going by it here, so we at least have a little bit more context as to what happened in the race. We can look some stuff back as well, analyze a little bit, and it's going to be a lot of fun doing it this way.
I love the grey with the gold ribs there. Looks good.
And as we're looking to get up to speed a little bit, we're just experimenting with the track as well, because it's quite narrow, which is my first fall on the track, so getting up for overtaking opportunities will be rather difficult, but we're going to see how it goes. I do have high hopes here, but we're gonna see how it goes. Obviously a smaller grid, so maybe we'll be able to put up some good result and get out there close as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I have high hopes, at least to say the least. This is race number 7 of the league here, and we'll be starting in the 4th position here. We'll just see how it goes. There's 5 cars on the grid in total at the moment. Coming into turn, then we're almost making our way over towards the end here. Let's see how it goes then. Making our way over to what seems to be a little bit of a faster part of the track here.
About to go green, stay focused.
I see huge potential for going for ballsy and crazy moves here as well, which is a lot of fun. Now, as always, if you like the content, make sure you like and subscribe, and this time a special announcement as well. The link to the Discord of Wilver Racing is in the description. And if you guys would like to join any of the series, talking about the GT3 series, talking about the TCR series, make sure that you sign up. You can race with us, you can hang with us in the chat as well. And it's going to be a lot of fun doing so, as we're definitely trying to grow the grid whenever we can here. Ballsy move already being made here, so we're down 1 position. It's the Honda going for the overtake. It's Michael Ferguson getting up to 4th. Drivers already going halfway off the track here. We're deciding to take it easy through here. Now, obviously, I don't know how much practice has been done here, but we've qualified with a 144.212 in 4th position out of 5. So we got to make sure that we remain hopeful, and I think it's only up better from here. And I think it's happening a lot, right, where we are getting more kind of... Oh, what is that? It's the Honda going off in a massive spin. But what I wanted to say, it's always, no, I'm actually completely baffled at this point. But yeah, he's just been sent off to the grass, basically into the wall as well.
Sorry if I didn't give you enough room.
Yeah, it's a common thing here for Sven as well, that he improves on his lap as they go. So during the race, he'll get faster and faster, which is fun to see. Also makes me think there's a little bit more potential into it by just qualifying well, putting in some more practice hours. But obviously, he's a busy man, a busy job, and a lot of race weekends to attend, as he's obviously racing in 4 series at the same time. So obviously he's got very busy weekends most of the time, which is going to be all fun. But we're back into 4th now. Jamie Jarrett has just made his way past Jason Beckby here. Now the DHL car, kind of a little bit of a dangerous rejoin there. It's a little bit slower than us, but
you're good. Don't think we'll see
you're patient and we don't hit anybody. So we're good to go as it is right now. And we continue a race here.
Sorry,
looking to make our way past the start-finish line for the first time here. Obviously, it's a 30-minute race, as we always do. From now, the improvement's going to be on. We're in P4. With Michael Ferguson not going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately.
In what?
I did the same to you
And we'll
last week.
see what happens
Yeah,
here.
I suppose, yeah.
We'll see, time will tell. And as we approach
makes you feel any bit
the
of this,
second
no possible
corner
way
here,
for
this
you
is
not
a
to be
long
leading.
straight as well. So you can actually get some slipstreaming in there, but I don't know how much is possible to go for a move there down the inside.
Yeah,
It's
look at
quite a
the
tough
glider,
one
not
as
giving
well.
you much more room.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then as we make our way through here, we are all good to go. No big surprises off and on the track so far. And I think for us, the main thing that we got to focus on once again is just keeping our consistency up. I think that is very much telling as to how it's usually gone. But we're going to be seeing how this one goes. I am, needless to say, beyond excited for this one. Here it goes. Well, at least a lot faster in terms of laps here already, so that's a good sign.
Let's just run away, Jace, and you can take it, mate.
And it looks like we're kind of stuck in our own position right now. As you can tell, Jimmy Jarrett is in the lead, and he's a little bit faster than we are, unfortunately. As it looks like right now that is, but
How many laps do you reckon we got?
I think it's
see how it goes.
Alright, cool. About 10 laps and I'll pit, something like that.
It looks like so far we've been very clean on the lap, and it looks like Michael Ferguson's out there on track again as well. So that's great news. It looks like he's getting into it, and it looks like we might have a true game on our hands here. Here comes that tight right-hander here. It's quite a tough one. I need to be honest here as well. It is definitely one of those tracks that are just extremely technical, it feels like here, with the top three really getting ahead of themselves here, whereas we are just staying here for the time being. But obviously, it's only a matter of time here, and it could still very much go either way here, but as for now, we're just going to be keeping it as is, and position at the front is kind of stable as well, where it looks like Jamie has just made his way into a solidified first position here, with Jason Begbie being very close by. Him obviously being the more experienced and higher ranked driver as well, but Jamie, I feel like, is kind of underrated in itself, you know. He's putting up a lot of good stuff as well. Now, I also wanted to give a quick shout out there as well. A comment from Ash, one driver that we drove with in the BMW M Power Series at Donington Park. He said it would be a good idea to add a hot lap video and or the highlights of the race. So now we'll add a hot lap as well as a video with the highlights. So yeah, thank you, Ash, for sharing that idea with us. Thank you for thinking along with our content here, seeing how we can improve it. That's once again also referring to what we usually see, right? I always ask you guys, hey, how can we improve on the content? And you guys have given us some pretty good answers along the way here as well. Also, quick note, we've had a video that has gotten up there to 70k views already. That is absolutely incredible. I've never really seen anything like that. It's honestly amazing. And yeah, I haven't really seen that before, so it's good to see. Really interesting stuff. As for now though, it's going to be 23.5 minutes left on the clock roughly here, as we are making our way over to the faster part of the circuit. We've been on the limit a couple times, but we haven't gone over it yet, so that's good. And I think it is safe to say that we'll be planning to keep it that way. Driver ahead of us has gone off as well. Now that allows us to once again get up a little bit closer. That is going to be Jason Begbie, who's fallen back. Harley Earnshaw moves up to second position here. As there was a slight contact between them as well.
Ah, you didn't do anything?
You mean what?
And we keep at it here. Let's see how it goes, as we are now on the faster part of the circuit. Unfortunately not there yet when it comes to slipstream range. Michael Ferguson being very much behind us still is not really a threat as of yet, but obviously he's going to be trying to find his way back into this. Try and unlap himself as well. That's going to be the first objective from him, of course.
Yeah, I'm coming
As
back,
always,
mate.
a lot of banter in the chat as well, right? It's awesome stuff that we're seeing. Always loving it. And, well,
That's all over in Jamie's
I
mind.
can't wait for this one as well. See how it develops here. Obviously, with Sven putting in a lot of time and effort, it's awesome to see how he's really getting along here. First of all, seems to be enjoying his time, which I guess is the most important part. But the fact that he's now committed to sim racing, buying new equipment to make it feel more realistic, make it more fun, plus the fact that he's putting in all the hours, is just a recipe for success, really, which is awesome to see. 22 minutes remain here. And it really makes you wonder what there is left to gain, as all the drivers that are out here are going to be pushing it to the absolute limit as always here. That's the goal, right? Seeing what can they do and how are they going to be doing it. I wonder here. It could very much go either way, of course, still. So far, though, it's been good on us. Gonna see how that goes. As for now, it looks like we're in a good position. Looks like, unfortunately, some drivers have driven away from us, but Jason Beckby's just made his way up past Harley Earnshaw as well. And we have as well. So what's happened there? Oh, he's gone into the pits. That's what happened. We move on. But the fastest lap here being set by Jason Beckby as well makes me think that there's very little hope that we manage to stay with him here. Obviously, that is what we're going to be trying.
I need you not to, so I can come out in front of you.
And there's 21 minutes to go here.
Jason's back, alright. Alright.
And Jamie still in the lead, and he's doing so well at the moment. There's no surprises there, really. Once again, just showing that he is an absolute staple of the community. Once again, just performing when it matters most. Now, it's safe to say that he's pulled off some shenanigans in the past as well, getting involved into some incidents. But generally speaking, I see him as a very trustworthy, safe, and also fast driver. So quite exciting to see how that goes. As obviously this video is also a little bit of a longer video. That's going to be a big difference that you guys might notice as well with the overall commentary there. As obviously we've got a lot more to comment on. You guys are going to see the highlights at the end of it as well. And I think that is going to be a lot of fun to see as well. Right, it's going to be a little bit of a fresh content. So if you guys have any feedback on that, make sure you let us know. Now also, as we reach the 20-minute mark, if you like the video so far, make sure you like and subscribe. It will very much be appreciated here, as we're trying to grow the channel here. And the first goal, obviously, being the 4 digits when it comes to subscribers here. And I wonder what's going to come first here. Are we going to go back up to 1K I rating again? Or are we first going to be seeing 1,000 subs? Obviously, we have been above 1K I rating before. At the moment, we're not, though. And obviously, that's something that we need to keep in mind now. We're trying to get over to the C license, which is safe to say is a very difficult achievement now, with us really having to focus up on the safety rating now a little bit more. So I wonder how it's going to affect us here.
You've just thrown it away.
Hoping the consistency pays off there. It will allow us to get into more series.
Okay. You go, Jace, mate, you go.
And it's just, do you actually want to be there? And that's what I wonder.
You're welcome, mate. Yeah, no, I was starting to think about something else. It's like, you fuckhead.
What a gentleman, eh?
It's like of all places to start to take your mind off the
Now it
plate.
looks like we're getting real close here. The Audi of Jamie Jarrett has unfortunately fallen off a little bit here. And it is going to be a nice little battle here, I think. If we manage to get close up to him, we'll be able to open up the attack, and then we'll see where that brings us.
That is the worst one to do with it.
Let's see how it goes. I am fairly curious to see how it goes. As for now, it looks like it's once again driving away from us here, but we're in a stable P3. Some drivers trying to chase us down. Obviously, Michael Ferguson is the main one in that, but he's obviously on the lap down. And well, Harley Earnshaw is still the other side of the track as well, so he's got a lot of catching up to do after going into the pits. Now, I think that was a incident that has got him some damage there. Though I'm not entirely certain, but I will. We'll see how it goes. And now we keep going at it again. It looks like we're once again just kind of finding ourselves in that awkward spot between the drivers where some of us are just a little bit too quick, and that is unfortunately a little bit of a cut. That I was gonna say. We obviously find ourselves sometimes in that awkward spot where the drivers ahead of us are faster, the drivers behind us are slower or just too far away.
Oh, another mistake.
And we kind of end up in no man's land.
Come on, put your head in.
I've noticed this a lot here, and I don't really know how to get over that, but it seems to happen a fair amount at least.
Look,
Here we
Jim,
go at it then.
Let's be honest, mate. Jason's in front, man. He's gone,
There's a
mate.
lot
We're
still
just
to
gonna
do for
try
us.
and fight for second now,
And
mate.
it looks like so far we're off rather well. Race so far has been stable, which I think is a really good sign. But obviously there's still a lot to do here, and that makes me wonder, where's the potential with this? How far can we actually get in the end? Because obviously we're getting more and more experienced. We've got so much more to learn, I feel like, as well. So I think it's only going to be upwards from here. I think I know it's going to be up there. Obviously following the progress here. And it's really fun because obviously when I first got into it, there were rookies, right? Obviously I first met Sven when we did some commentary over for his brother channel, when they first only got into it. And then obviously since then, the continuous improvement from him has been really fun to watch as well. We'll see where it brings us. Obviously there's a lot, right? So we'll see where this goes. A lot to do still, and I wonder where it's going to bring us in the near future. As for now, great stuff coming out. It's going to be a clean lap from us yet again. We keep pushing this time, looking to put in a new record as well. See if we can become a little bit faster here still. That would be nice as well to bring along. So far all is good.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is
Gaining on the car in front now.
1.2 seconds.
That's once again great news. I sometimes do think that we're not always showing 100% of our potential here, which makes it quite interesting and entertaining to watch as well, right? Where would it bring us in the end? Really go many ways, of course, and as I'm seeing this right now, all is good, all is stable, which I think is the most important part in this. It looks like, well, this time we've made a small mistake, but still, we're getting close up to Jamie Jarrett. We are now also finding Michael Ferguson behind us. Just how far is he gonna get along pushing?
May have hit a lap too early on it.
The car behind is pitting. So, interesting to see that one's gonna play out here. So we're up to P2 at the moment here. 14 minutes left on the clock. Only Jamie Jarrett ahead of us here, but there's been a fair share of incidents. There's been a slight few contacts as well. That obviously really makes you wonder how is this going to go in the longer run.
And it takes some ages to change the
The next
tires.
car's the leader.
Well, it looks
42
like the
seconds.
Honda is back up behind us now.
40.3, sorry.
So far, all is alright. And as we're coming into this difficult later part of the circuit here, curious to see what there is left in for us. Is there any way we could still improve, or is just going to be our position from now? Obviously, drivers have pitted, but they are faster than us, so how will that fare in the end? It's most definitely fair to say It's once again been a spectacular race. Maybe not for us this time around, but still. We've seen some very good moments around here, making it pretty entertaining to me. There, well, we need to lift a little bit here. That's honestly a-okay. We'll survive, that's alright, so...
Left side.
Yeah, left side there. Gotta be careful, we've gone off, and therefore now also we'll be losing a lot of time thanks to that. Fortunately, it is the driver unlapping himself.
The car in front. The gap is 5.9 seconds.
That is definitely not how we wanted it to be, of course. It's gonna cost us time. He unfortunately faces no consequences of that just yet either, so it's just a clean loss of time that we're getting ourselves into now. Fortunately for us. It really does make you think. What is there left to do for us? What can we gain from this? $11:45 on the clock here. We are still in our stable P2, and sure, we've been unlapped, but Michael Ferguson still got so far to go now. That's what I find particularly interesting here. What is the plan here? In fact, is there a plan at all? What can Sven do to get closer up here, and how will the other drivers perform here later on in the race as well?
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 7.2 seconds.
Losing on the car in front, that's no surprise, I think, given the circumstances here. But yeah, I think this so far has been a textbook race from us. No big plot twist, so we gotta be careful on the downshifts though. High up in revs, but luckily not through the roof, so therefore no engine damage done. But still, we gotta be careful with those, man. At the moment, we're in lap 2. Plenty of action happening elsewhere. It's not necessarily in our domain. I think it's good to also just look in the mirror sometimes, you know, see what is there left to gain realistically. Well, with 10 minutes on the clock, we're also 2/3 of the way there.
Some hardware.
So yeah, we've got a long way to go here as well, obviously. There, well, once again on the limits here, we're really utilizing the maximum of the track here. Well, once again we cross the line here, now in first position.
Okay, you are the leader.
Jamie Jarrett has come in as well. So we're gaining here. Only 4 drivers left, unfortunately. Michael Ferguson has opted out, as it looks like right now. Or at least he's back into the pits, making this rather interesting. Where will this go?
He's gonna cash me on the
And we keep pushing.
Come on.
As it is right now, it looks like we're very far ahead of the pack here.
I don't know, you're 30 something and I was 15 seconds in a
Whether
race.
intentional or not, but it's going to make a fair difference in the end, I do feel like. That is the case, at least.
Nah, mate.
As we keep coming in here, what is there left that we can do? Is there anything here left for us, as we obviously are also going to have to, you know, come in at one point, and drivers will gain back their positions. Makes me fairly curious towards the end here. What can they do And how will we actually end up faring here with all the drivers who don't need to pit anymore? They're so far away right now. So it makes it kind of hard to judge at times as well.
Blue flags.
And well, as it looks like right now, they crossed the line yet again. And at least we're in clean air. I think that's the biggest thing here that we need to keep in mind. We're in clean air and we can utilize that as well. Get some better laps in.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. I let it go.
So far, so good.
That's cold tyres.
The time is going to be ticking away here for the other drivers as well. So when can we really profit of this now? And so far all is good. But there is more we need to do. And we know that as well. As we keep going at it now, I wonder what there is left in it for us. Well, we are still in a comfortable P1. At least, and as you can tell with the banter in chat as well, a lot has happened this race. Or for basically everyone. And it looks like we're the only one that's really stayed out of trouble all the way towards the end here. So yeah, I think we're lucky on that one. And now let's see how it goes. Because if we keep doing this, we're going to be quite okay, I feel like, in terms of position as well. They are the ones losing time after all. Battling each other and getting into each other's face sometimes. And really making it difficult for each other to really maneuver around in the way that they want us to. As it is right now, 5 minutes left to go in this race before we get into the bonus content that we have planned as well. It's going to be an interesting one out there, and I think a good addition, as I've mentioned before as well. Here on Phillip Island, of course, track at this point has no secret for us. We're improving our lap times rather significantly. Obviously, we qualified with a 144.2 as well. And while some of the drivers are hitting 140s, we at the end are improving as well with 141s out there right now, 0.192 as it stands right now, if I read that correctly, off the screen. That's a good sign as well, so we're getting that continuous improvement in. Actually, in terms of lap time, we are not that much slower than the other drivers as well, despite this being a little bit of a longer track as well, quite twisty, quite technical. So I think we're nailing the pace right now, which I think is pretty awesome to see. Looks like we're doing that rather well. And then we'll see.
Hi there.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
No, I was talking about Michael, mate.
As there's 4 minutes left to go, we're once again crossing that line and coming into turn 1. A fast corner, and as you can tell as well, not to be gained from us.
Sort your shit out. I'm getting closer.
There we go, a little bit too wide there, but in the end we managed to stay on, so it's alright, it's no big deal. And sure, we lose a lot of time this lap, but how much is that really going to matter in the long run? Well, not that much. So good sign for us yet again. Obviously, the thing that I'm mainly worried about is how is it going to go when we come into the pits. Main objective, don't get a penalty in there, because if we do, we're really going to be ruining it.
In third, I feel like I should be in second.
Don't forget to pit, Sven. You've got a couple laps left.
Yeah, it's working well, isn't it?
I hope it doesn't.
3 minutes left to go now. Such little time remaining.
So you've essentially, by doing it in, shave off all the cold.
It's going to be a tough one as well, coming into the final few corners. We need to come in at some point, and we know it too as well.
Machine these tires take ages to warm up in the TCRs.
I need to fucking push.
Pit boxing.
Here we come in, and oh, that is a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no, that is exactly the thing that I was scared of.
2, 1. Right here.
As we come
Did you get
in,
a
we
black
will
flag,
pit,
Spain?
but it's going to cost us so much time now. We're stuck in here.
Oh, it's stay for
The other drivers,
no.
they will keep pushing through though. At the moment, it's Jason Begbie leading it. No surprises there. Jamie Jarrett in third, and Artie Earnshaw all the way back there. Coming into the final turns now, and we've just lost so much time with that penalty. That one does really hurt, I must say. That is such a shame. I think there's just not much else to it at this point. Indeed, the first driver is now passed as well, Jason Begbie. There will be more to follow. Jamie Jarrett just made his way by, and in fact, everybody will, apart from Michael Ferguson. So we're back to square one as it looks like right now. Well, we're still stuck here. Penalty being extremely rough. Oh man, that does really hurt. Time is going to be ticking away, and sure, we'll get out there eventually, but they're just completely gone, and they're never going to look back at this.
Coming for you, Jamie.
Shame, really, which just shows how much false hope you can really get in there from time to time, right?
All clear.
It's just a shame. And sure, now we're clear, but I like to imagine that the race is over at this point for us.
Come on, Jamie. Jamie, what are you doing? Just hold it.
Yeah. It's a nerves get check because I'm catching you up real quick.
Alright, baby, alright.
Now we go with it again.
He's got to get around.
Obviously,
ya.
there is a
I'm
lot to
coming
be
for you, mate.
You killed
gained
us, yeah,
still.
we all know.
Just put flat,
30
no brakes.
seconds on the clock here. No, we go wide. Yeah, lack of concentration maybe. We're into the sand even.
12 laps of fuel. How many laps are left?
17.
One.
We need to make our way out here, trying to push the car over this territory and just so we get back to
Yeah,
racing.
I'm
But yeah, the
getting
time
white
is now
flag now.
gonna get up. Well, time is gonna be ticking, and now, well, we're there.
Just one more lap, mate. There's one more.
Time is over.
Come on, mate. Choke
Looks
on the
like the
last
first
lap.
laps have now been the last laps have now been started as well. Of course,
Michael,
not the
give
first
me a
laps.
nudge.
Those were long gone.
Yeah,
And well, we're here into
Give you nothing,
P4
you're right rear corner.
at the moment. Jason Begbie lead, followed by Jamie Jarrett, but still, drivers in P2 and P3 very close. Artie Earnshaw could very much move on to second here in the end.
Jesus.
But let's see how that one goes. We see there will be more to it now.
And Michael got to understand it. Push his boot into his fucking bonnet.
At the moment,
the
it
other
makes
way
you
around?
wonder,
No, I mean push his boot into his bonnet.
what is there left to go? And at the moment,
Ooh, it's right there.
it's going to be a nice opportunity for us to get in there as well.
I'll get the draft on you.
Obviously, there's more to be gaining here, but
You want to need something, Max? I want to straight down.
see what comes.
Stay smooth.
Yeah, that Audi is so fast out of the
Now,
corner.
well, it's going to be the last lap for us as well that we're getting into.
Straight down, mate. See ya.
Seems to be a comfortable lead for Jason Begbie as well. It looks like he will be once again doing it incredibly well, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Obviously, it is
Oh, it's
so
looking good,
far
but fuck,
been
it's catching.
good for us. But yeah, oh, that is a little bit of understeer, and then unfortunately
Oh,
the
we gotta
snap is there
slow
as
it,
well.
Retrieve. Just take it easy now.
Big
We've
bump in
done
the
it.
way there.
We've done it.
We gotta find our way back into the track here.
Speed,
We
speed.
will now do, but
Speed,
once
speed,
again going
speed.
on rallying, and I think that just sums up how this race has gone for us in a nutshell. It's a shame, really.
Good one, Jason.
But it looks like there's
Right.
nothing else that we could do about that one.
Oh, I can't like that, Michael. Come on, mate. Come on.
Jesus,
Well,
Harley.
Looks like the drivers are about to come in here.
Flipping down the background, didn't even see him.
And we're just stuck here. I mean, the order's already been decided here. We just keep going.
Coming for you.
In the cockpit. Okay, I'll wait.
We're still racing at it now.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
We'll see what comes of it.
I think I come out at the best.
We keep pushing.
I can't
And well, sure.
'Cause I was
At least be
planning
able to
try and
finish
have
up
one
the
of
race
and then
here.
I saw Michael take you out, and I was like, perfect.
So that's not horrible, of course, but yeah.
Cruising along.
Yeah, you were. There I was,
Shame there's
my
not more
moment
in
was
it for us,
Be honest,
unfortunately.
Jamie, if you were in our position, what would you have done?
Yeah, I would have done the same thing, but thanks.
Oh well, that's going to be it then, as we are
Harley didn't.
going to be crossing the line eventually.
Yeah, true. I have my watch there replay.
As it is right now,
That was a good race, guys.
looks like we've crossed the line here over in our
You get a
P4
good view of
position
that,
in the end. We didn't get unlapped, so I guess that's a great sign.
There's the flag. It's over. Nice run. Solid work.
It is a P4. It's going to be good points for us, especially considering we're always showing up and we're always
Yeah, I only
having an
own
out sign.
cards
So
and
well,
Audi, mate, but
in the end,
fucking, I don't
seventh
mind it now, eh?
race
It's got some-
is finished, and we're going to get
Yeah, the first
170
race you didn't
points
do
with
very
that as
you didn't
well.
like it, eh? And then after
That's a
that,
great sign for us
Yeah,
here.
that's
We're
'cause
really
I was
getting
using
out there
iRacing setup, mate. They're
and
just- they're
well,
just
once again,
unpredictable. You don't know what you're
being
doing.
consistent at it as well.
As soon as I went to major garages, and
Now it's time as well to finish up the lap here, park the car, and then normally I would send you guys off to enjoy another video, which of course there's plenty on the channel as well, so if you haven't checked them out, make sure you do. But mainly for us right now is obviously going to be bonus content that we're adding on here.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, you can
I
tell.
think, well, it's mixed feelings about this race, right? We could have gotten way more out of it than the pit definitely put an end to that, unfortunately. But it's once again our own fault, and we don't seem to learn from that one quite yet. It's a reoccurring theme where the problems that we're having are all kind of related to, once again, just being in the pit lane. It seems like such an easy principle as well. You want to be on the limit getting in there, of course, because you want to be as close to the maximum speed as you can. But if it's cost this, then, well, not so sure about it. But here we come into the pits. Gonna park up the car, and then it's time to look at some extra content as well. We've each got planning up a couple more videos as well, so we're going to be trying to keep that on there. Also, a friendly reminder that if you like the race, want to be shown in it, well, make sure you join the league here. The link is in the Discord. The link to the Discord's in the description. Excuse me. And that's going to be a lot of fun as well. We park up the car at least. That is going to be the end of our race, unfortunately. P4, mixed feelings most definitely here. And here's the standings now. We're at 790 points, sharing 4th place with Jamie Jarrett now, who did finish ahead of us here. So that's a shame. If only we kept him behind us, then it would have been better. But let's look at the hot lap of the race here. And we'll see how it goes. First of all, you notice different steering wheel here, of course, as this is a lap belonging here over to Jason Begbie out there. Jason in his Hyundai i30N TCR, or actually the Elantra TCR they're using now in this iRacing game. And as you can see as well, just look at how calm he's kind of forcing the car into place here. First corners look a lot smoother than they have for us as well. And even though the difference is marginal, you'll see some subtle differences in how they're approaching this one. So brings it to good results as well. Here, hitting the apex, could have been a little bit more across there, but stable one. Sometimes when a lap looks really slow, it's actually really fast. They don't go up the inside here fully. They try and make sure that they get the good exit though. You don't need to cut across here. They're a little bit onto the grass there. And as they keep pushing through, it's so far looking all alright here. Now coming into a turn that once again has a little bit of banking in there, a little bit of elevation coming up to this one. To make sure you end up on the left side for the tight right-hander coming up there. You're all the way back to first gear over there as well, actually. And you keep just pushing in there. But you know there's going to be more tight corners coming up here. Make sure you utilize the maximum of the track as well. I think it's a big giveaway as to how he's doing. Is really utilizing the curbs there. Pushing through, it goes off actually, but this is still an incredibly fast lap. And somehow, while rallying over, he is going to be crossing the finish there with a very quick lap. Now, I don't know if that was intentional, but now, well, let's look at the highlights of the race then, shall we? Just to give you guys an idea as to how the race actually looked here. This is the start we're looking at right now. As you can see, the start is quite clean through here. Multiple drivers side by side. A slight touch to the Castrol Hyundai there, but everybody else makes it through, so they are all alright coming into it. The Audi takes second place there. Then it's a little bit of a scramble between the Honda and the DHL car, and there's unfortunately the spin around as well. And a big shunt into the wall for the Honda. That's unfortunately also going to be why Mr. Ferguson was left off that much. Yeah, that's unfortunate really, but that's part of it unfortunately here. Now, well, we move on, see if there's more to gain. This is a beautiful move down the inside here. It's a nice overtake here. Then unfortunately also small contact, so we see once again a Honda being pushed off. Here's another move potentially here as well coming up. And it looks like on the inside they might be able to get that done as well. It's going to get close though. Jason Beckby coming around the outside will be gaining that position as well, but cutting across there. The Audi takes a different line, but unfortunately it is to no avail. Position will be gone, unfortunately. That is just how it is sometimes. Tough luck most definitely. Well, we keep it up here. Once again, seeing this battle unfold here. The Castrol Hyundai is still ahead of the Audi for now, but then he goes wide. That's cost him there, and he's gone really, really wide there. This obviously wasn't shown in the video before, but this just shows you how much he's gained. And obviously, then you see us approaching, but now you really know why it happened. But coming back to it later, battle is still very much going on here. So Jason come off, and now it is the Audi up front. As for now, Hyundai of James is doing alright, but then he goes off into lap number 7. This was as well, and now all of a sudden it looks like he has lost so much time that we are now getting close up to him as well. And it is going to be a chase now as well, seeing if we can gain a position. That's obviously what we watched from our POV as well. No moves can be made around here just yet. We're unfortunately not close enough. And well, as it is right now, it looks like we're not being able to chase him. But well, that is just how it is. What I found particularly interesting as well is you can see that he's now gaining anymore. Oh, and there we go off. Unfortunately, a small mistake was made, and now we're onto the grass. That also allows the other drivers to unlap himself in that case. This is just also one of those moments where I think, how is this even possible? This is not a rally car. Now, I know Hyundai is quite a big car manufacturer in WRC, but I'm pretty sure they didn't do this before. Well, he still gets a fast lap anyways. Quite impressive. And now, well, more overtake action might be coming in soon here. We are going to be seeing the Honda trying to unlap himself here. So far, so good here. The DSR Audi. The Audi of James Jarrett is looking alright. He's gone a little bit slower through there, and that might allow the Civic to just push through. Now they're side by side coming into the next corner, and I think the Honda's done it already. Yes, he's definitely passed him here. The Audi's just going to have to respect it for now. There's nothing that he can do about that one. That's unfortunate, but it's just part of it, of course. And, well, as they keep at it now, it looks like the Audi's just completely lost. You can see the Castrol Hyundai in the foreground, just moving up so much further ahead as well now. So Jason Beckby is long gone at this point. Now, another overtaking attempt here. Will the Audi be able to get a position back here? It looks like he will. The Honda doesn't really defend it that actively. It looks like finally we do see him getting a little bit more pace in there as well. Good to see that the improvements are still being made. Now what else is there left to go? And there is... Ooh, that is one way to send your car into the grass. I suppose it is a big off moment there for the Honda. Now the car of Harley Earnshaw also makes his way by. Yeah, that is a shame. That's one way to see that happening, I suppose. Michael Ferguson's going to be frustrating seeing that one as well. Now, unfortunately, we see them a little bit later on. They're close to each other again. Now, this is going to get a little bit more tight. The DHL car will stay ahead of the Honda as well, but the Hyundai goes a little bit too wide in the corner there, and that might allow the Civic Type R to try and get closer up again. It looks like the Korean car will be able to stay out of the Japanese for now, but it is so close, and in the slipstream, he is able to move up as well. So he's going to be able to get a little bit of a faster lap time coming through now. Coming into the straight soon, and well, there's a little bit of swerving going on, looking for an opportunity to try and get by here. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? No, unfortunately not. He's decided to stay behind him for now. And as they come over the straight, it's going to be the same order yet again. They're going to stay in it for now. And well, the Honda won't be able to gain a position here. And it is going to be Harley Earnshaw that will stay ahead for now. Although as I say that, it looks like the gaps once again come down to basically 0. Very little left to do here, of course. And well, as they keep chasing each other, the Audi still relatively safe for James Jarrett, doing alright. And it looks like he will be able to stay in that position for now. Jamie Jarrett obviously is doing well so far to just kind of stay out of trouble. The other drivers will have to get by eventually. And as for now, he keeps pushing in. The Honda just doing his own thing for now. And that's unfortunate once again. The DHL Hyundai going very much wide. That will now be the Honda passing him eventually. That is one way to do it, I suppose. You're now getting closer towards the end here as well, obviously. Oh, that is, yeah, one way to end the race. I guess it's banger racing. Now, I know all about that. It's absolute chaos around here. That is one way to go over the finish, I guess. There's nothing left of that car. I feel bad for anybody that was still touching the steering wheel at that point. Ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to watch more chaos ensue here, there's only one thing left for me to say. And as we watch Sven Matisse cross the line, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. It has once again been an absolute pleasure providing the content for you. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And as always, I hope to see you guys later as well. Have a good one.